Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're talking about everything to do with the launch of the Amsterdam Lift-Off Film Festival and also find out who the finalists are from the Hollywood First Time Filmmaker Showcase. I'm Natalie, this is Claire.
Hi everybody.
And this is Rupert. I'm just going to apologise quickly if he makes any sounds that sound a little bit disturbing. It's just his comfort sounds.
It's not our stomachs.
It's not our stomachs.
Well, we are going to start off with Amsterdam, which went live on Monday and is ending on November the 1st at 10 o'clock GMT. So we have a whole month of Amsterdam Lift-Off ahead.
And just to say that the chat room is open, so if you are watching and you are either taking part in the Amsterdam Festival or the Hollywood Showcase, do let us know in the chat room and we will do our best to shout out your comments during the stream.
Absolutely. To start, hello to CAC from Spain. We've got Emmanuel, whose films Shadows in the Box is screening in our features programme. Christoph Carl says, can't wait. Hello to Joshua and Kishore as well.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to today's stream.
Welcome. Well, let's start then by looking at our programmes. So we have we have 3 programmes live on Vimeo On Demand this month, which are split into 2 shorts programmes and a features. Mm-hmm. First up is our Judges Select Shorts. And these are amazing. Lots of films here from the Netherlands and beyond, which were all rated really highly by the jury. So there's lots of great stuff for people to feast on in the month ahead over on there.
Then we have the Trendsetter Shorts page, and these were also films that were regarded very highly by our judges.
Absolutely.
There was something about these films that sparked the attention of our judges, hence why we've included them in this year's online programme. And then we also have the final page, which is a features page.
Yeah, so we've got a mixture of durations here. Some of them are slightly shorter than others, but generally speaking, these are films that are sort of 55 minutes up to around 90. Again, we've got all different genres and styles in there. We've got a mixture of live action and documentary.
And an animation or two.
Yeah, so there we go. Hopefully people enjoy those in the 4 weeks ahead on Vimeo.
So let's talk about prizes. What is up for grabs with this festival? So like with all our other festivals that are taking place online, we will have overall winners that will be screening in that city next year. So for Amsterdam, we will be joining filmmakers to the screening in Amsterdam in 2022 at our wonderful cinema space, Lab 111, which is, I love that cinema. It's so
And
lovely.
what's really nice is that lots of people who are in the Netherlands or in particular in Amsterdam always say to us, it's a great venue, I've been there before, I love it. So it's definitely a bit of a staple in the indie film community in Amsterdam, and we love being there.
So yes, a handful of filmmakers will be screening with us in Amsterdam in 2022 at Lab 111. We also have Audience Choice Award, which is where we'll be inviting 4 or so filmmakers to join us on a YouTube channel where we'll get to have a director's commentary style roundtable where we'll literally be breaking down the film and finding out a little bit more about the director, how they got those shots. Mm-hmm. The chat room will be open. There'll be opportunities to talk directly with the filmmakers. And yeah, I do really enjoy those streams.
Absolutely. And then we also have Season Award nominations up for grabs.
Yes.
Ready for our next Season Award ceremony in January. We've got nominations across 14 different categories. And anybody who screens at a Lift-Off Film Festival can be eligible for a nomination.
So regardless if you're nominated at the time, we do often keep a pool of filmmakers that we have our eye on that could also be nominated at the end of the year.
In December. So all those final slots will be taken up in December when we announce the entire batch of nominations. But we're getting carried away. That's not until December. Let's show you the voting trailer that explains everything that we've just gone through and more in relation to how you vote for your 2 favourite films if you have purchased a festival ticket. This trailer sits at the top of your Vimeo page, so also if you know anybody who's having difficulties, it's best to direct them to watch this video. And we will just share it with you now as well.
Our online festivals are designed to bring much-needed new eyes to true indie film. They are a tried and tested method of providing a platform of diverse work to a large audience. The voting process is specifically created to engage people with the collection.
Once you purchase the programme, to watch the films you'll be sent a ticket email which contains your personal link to sign up to the festival, along with your voting code and link. Before the festival closes, head to the email again to cast your vote. Entering the code in the email will give you access to the form, which will then ask you to select your 2 favourite films and provide some feedback on the projects. Throughout the festival, we'll be running events on our YouTube channel, such as live festival updates, free workshops and promotional filmmaker interviews. Filmmakers will also receive daily updates from the festival. Thank you for participating in the Lift-Off Film Festival and supporting indie film.
Okay, so the chat room is still open and people are asking questions away. There's a question here for us, Claire, about if we've seen all the nominated films so far, and yes, we have. We do have a large pool of the jury who help with the final selections, but we've also seen some of the films that are nominated. And I can say, despite screening online, we have got a fantastic bunch of nominated films. The standard is rising every year.
Yeah.
So thanks for that question, Chris.
And you'll get to watch them too. If you stay tuned in with what's going on with Lift-Off, we often release at the end the filmmakers who are generous enough to share their collection and their work with us on Vimeo for people to watch a staggeringly high standard collection of short and feature work. So yeah, stay tuned to follow those.
All right. So as the filmmakers who are here from the Hollywood First Time Filmmakers Showcase know, we have a wonderful network hub, which is relatively new. It's been up and running for roughly 6 months, but it's a way that we can connect our filmmakers during this strange time where live events are creeping back, which is amazing. But when we are unable to attend, we can invite the filmmakers to this hub where you can connect and start reaching out to the other filmmakers taking part in the same programs. So Claire, should we do a little breakdown?
Yeah, so this is something that all the Amsterdam filmmakers are going to be invited to tomorrow. So keep an eye on your inbox. There'll be a link within the email that allows you to sign up and join us on here. It's essentially like a social media site, so it's really user-friendly. You've got members on the left here, which lets you reach out to people. You can message in live time. You can search via people who have joined recently or people who are near you in terms of location. But then we get lots of people posting on here as well. The whole point of this is that it's a real community, asking each other questions, helping each other out with things. So if ever you've got something that you want to throw out there, just go for it. We get lots of amazing conversations going on here as well, don't we, Nat?
Absolutely. I'm just absorbed.
Yeah.
I was just scrolling through there.
Yeah, exactly. So do join up. You will also be invited to join a focus group, which is something that if you are in the chat and you took part in for the Hollywood, then thank you. That was amazing. It was really, really nice to speak to some of you last week. This is where people get the chance to join us on an e-meet for a Google Hangout, just to talk about themselves, their careers, a little bit more about the inspiration behind their projects. But the real focus of this is an exchange of feedback, which then takes place on the hub, so that you get feedback from your peers, constructive insights, we hope. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I encourage you to join up. Again, that will be in the email tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. And if you have any questions, just let us know.
Lisa's in the chat room. She says, greetings from the Netherlands, director of Capsized here. Ahoy!
Nice. Yes.
Nice. All right, cool. Should we move on? Is there anything else we need to mention about the Amsterdam Festival? Should we just recap the festival dates?
So live until November the 1st, 10 p.m. GMT, so that's UK time. That's when the voting will end as well. So everyone has a long, long time. You've got all the way up until then to decide your 2 favourite films. So there is no rush.
Fantastic.
The only other thing worth saying, I suppose, is that every few days you'll get an email update from us. Sometimes that includes links to free workshops, which we encourage you to check out, but it will also include live links to the audience choice scores. So that will appear like a tally, and it will be a really nice visual representation of the audience choice voting in that moment. But as we've seen, everything can change very quickly. So just keep an eye on those if it's something that you're interested in following.
And every week we'll also be jumping back on the YouTube stream. So we'll be doing the rundown of the festivals up to date, which are slightly different to what you receive in the emails. But it's also another way that you can join us in the chat room, ask us any questions that you may have of the festival and so on. So I believe we're back here on Thursday to do the first Amsterdam Roundup.
And the only final thing to say is that we also have jury going through each of the 3 programs now. They have been sent off to a number of different jury members based all over the world, but also in the Netherlands, who will be making their selections for the network round 2. And that kind of leads us on nicely to the Hollywood First Time Filmmaker Showcase, because we are about to announce the audience finalists
and the jury
finalists.
Yeah.
So that works out quite well.
Okay.
So yeah, if anyone has any questions for Amsterdam, just shoot them in the chat. But now it is time for us to look at our finalists.
Do you want to take it away or should I? Oh, well, let's do a little drum roll.
Roll.
You going to do drum roll too? No, just woke him up.
So on our page 1, we are starting off with Chained. So this was a jury-selected finalist. So Chained is directed by Matthew John Pearson, and it's a short thriller from Australia. Mm-hmm. It's about 2 tourists who are hiking in the Chinese wilderness who come across what could be a life or death situation.
Well done.
Very cool.
Very
Visually
cool.
Striking, this film, isn't it, Nat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice to see different locations used. And yeah, huge congratulations to Matthew and team. That was the jury selection from page 1. And then the second jury selected finalist is Flex, a Swedish short, directed by Josephine Malman and David Strindberg. He may be good enough, but is he good enough? A slightly surreal comedy short that literally lets you under the skin of a bodybuilder and his ambivalent self-image, exploring the fine line between self-loathing and self-loving.
This was also shot on 16mm film, which is something that we are seeing more and more of, but I would love to see more. I understand how expensive it is, but it is just a format that really captures the images and the saturation and the depth of field that some may say digital can't, but it's a very, very well shot film using one location.
And special effects, some cool special effects as well.
So well done.
An amazing first time project. We've then got the 2 audience selected finalists. So big congratulations to the professionals. Nice to see a feature here, a Western from the US. A Western! Directed by Ethan Funk Bray. A recluse bounty hunter rescues a journalist from being executed by an underground criminal organisation, but only triggers a more daring threat. Now the 2 must escape the clutches of the crime ring by taking it down from the top. There we go.
Wonderful.
So that's the professionals. And then last but not least from programme 1, Unleash a Feeling is our second audience selected finalist, directed by Paco Mendez P. This is a cool experimental musical film, something a little bit different, from Mexico. Anne is new in town, lives alone, invests all her time in creating a holistic centre. But the result is not what she was expecting until a surprising visit arrives.
Ooh.
There we go. So congratulations to all 4 of those filmmakers who have moved into the second round of the festival.
Okay, so before we move on to page 2, I can see that Christopher has said that, thanks for mentioning 16mm film. This is a conversation where we could sit here for a while and talk about how great film is. Do let me know if you've shot anything on 16mm or hope to in the near future, or maybe you're looking to delve into 35mm. I just want film to keep having this comeback, well, that it had a couple of years ago, but sustained. It's really interesting that they're looking at more environmentally friendly ways of processing the film to align with the movement that is happening at the moment. So
for sure,
I just love it. I don't think anything can beat it, but that's my opinion. I'm sure people are sitting there being like, nothing can replace digital now. So all right, okay, so page 2. So the first film we have is Cafe Americano by Alex Schneedemann. And this is a comedy feature, so another feature here from the USA. And this is a mockumentary, actually, that follows a delusional young director as he attempts to become the next great American filmmaker. So a mockumentary feature there, fantastic.
We've seen some good mockumentaries here at Lift-Off over the years, haven't we?
We have. Some of you have been picked up for distribution along the way with their journey with us. So
there you go.
Okay, the next film we have is Fall from a Height by David Benson, and this is a thriller short from Australia. And this is a powerful drama about Damien, a man out of work approaching middle age and under pressure to find money, who questions himself as to life and the decisions he's made that have led him to where he is. Ooh, there we go. The next film we have is Goodbye to Yesterday by Che Talley, and this is a romantic drama short from USA. So in 1995, 13 years after his hometown brutal massacre, Clayton returns to Grenville, Pennsylvania, where he must decide the fate of the man who murdered his mother. Doesn't sound like a romance to me, but
that's
what was stated. So thank you. Okay, and finally then we have Soul Searching in San Francisco by Peter Alice and Eric David Tippett. And this is a first-time filmmaker short, also from USA. So when meaning seems to slip out of Jim Kirk's grasp, his best friend Eric suggests he seeks connection to others. When Jimmy's belief his connection to others disappear, he starts believing everyone is just a part of his dream, a consumptive tendency that takes over. So they are the 4 films that are making it through from page 2. And
so, yeah, all 8 of those films were sent to our jury last week. So I'm sure they've had a fun weekend watching those. And they have until Thursday to let us know their verdict, because on our stream on Thursday, which is our LA roundup, we will be announcing the winner.
Yes. So do stay tuned on Thursday. And as Claire mentions, these films have been with our jury from last Friday. So they will have had almost a week to give us their verdict. We will be chasing them shortly for their overall winners. Christopher says that he shot a film in film and he loved it, but it was costly. It is very expensive.
Don't we know it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us. And like Claire said, we will be back here on Thursday. And
See you then. Enjoy the start of Amsterdam Lift-Off for those of you participating in that festival.
We will see you in the hub for more conversations.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.